Hi, happy Thursday, and welcome to Tea Talks number 8. It's another wine time. I don't know if the makeup's ever coming back. We're on the shardy tonight. It's been a shardy kind of day. No soda water and lime tonight. It's just not going to cut it. So pour yourself a wine and sit down and have a little drink with me. I've had a really good day today. My cousin's here from Tassie, and so we caught up this morning. She got in late last night. We caught up this morning and had brekkie, which was really nice, and brought her back here and showed her my apartment, and left her to go shopping after that. I was needing to rest before I went and saw Foot Guy. This week's been like a pretty good week. I went pretty hard on the weekend. My hard on the weekend isn't probably not what you're imagining, but it really wasn't that much, but I did more than what I probably should have. But it's when the kids are around and stuff, so I would never say no to them if they want to do something, or so I was busy like with that sort of stuff. I got sent a voucher for Tarte. It's like a bakery cafe kind of thing down at Burleigh, from the Meany family, which was so nice. Like, it was just a surprise. It was addressed to Teed-Alexander in the mail, which was kind of cute as well. And the funny thing was, I said to Ebony, let's go down and spend that, because I've been to Tarte before a couple of times, but I really like it. It's very nice. It's a bit of a drive, but worth it. And we were there sitting outside Tarte having our brekkie, and the family, the Ange and Meg and Em, who are the family that gave me the voucher walk pass. So that was just so random, because they live in Brisbane, they don't even live there. But that was just bizarre. So kind of thought that was a bit weird. But anyway, honestly, I had a toasted sandwich, which sounds really boring, but it was, honest to God, the best toasted sandwich I've ever had. It had like 5 cheeses in it and truffle oil or something, I don't know. It was beautiful. And Ebony had like a vegan mushroom dish, which was really nice as well. And the coffee was great. It was a really nice morning, and then we went to Pack Fair and did some shopping. So, and I'd had a pretty busy day on Saturday as well. Can't quite recall what I did, but I remember it was it was Max and Sam's birthday on the weekend, the twins. So Sammy lives in Melbourne, but Max was here. So I went out to brekkie with Max on Saturday morning, and then we had the kids that were here for dinner, Ebony, Ziggy and Max out. We went to Dublin's, the pub next door, for dinner on Saturday night, which was really nice as well. So I did have a pretty busy weekend. Monday I was absolutely exhausted. It was one of those it hurts, it's so tired kind of days, but I knew I would be, and I just stayed home. I didn't even go out for coffee on Monday. I just sat on the couch and just chilled all day. Tuesday I still didn't wake up until 9:10, and that was just to go to PT at 10, and came back home and pretty much rested after that as well. So I've been resting a fair bit to steel myself for the rest of the week, because now Marina's here, like I want to spend time with her, and my sister Lisa's coming down from Bundaberg tonight. So she'll arrive quite late tonight, because they weren't leaving until late, and it's a bit over a 5-hour drive. So she's coming tonight. So we're going to be tomorrow. We're going to go to brekkie. We think we're going to go to Bam Bam tomorrow, which will be nice, and then maybe to Pack Fair, to the shops, and who knows what. We'll just see how the day pans out. Saturday I've got a high tea in the morning with the Bras. So the Bras are lifelong friends. All of us have had children with cerebral palsy, and that's how we met. 2 of us have lost our kids that had cerebral palsy, and the other 2 obviously still have their children, but we've stayed friends. Like, we've been friends that have started off just meeting once a month for a morning tea, then the morning tea became morning tea, lunch and afternoon tea. We'd go straight after school drop off and pick up and leave in time for pickup, school pickup. Our kids were babies when they started, and we've gone through our kids sort of growing up, going to high school, leaving school, getting jobs. Some are married, some, you know, some have got kids themselves now. So, yeah, and we used to do like sleepovers at each other's houses. Someone had kicked their husband and family out and we'd do that. We've had weekends away, that kind of stuff. So we call ourselves the Bras because we support one another. So the Bras, we're all sort of going for high tea on Saturday morning, and Saturday night we have a big family dinner, which with Marina, my cousin, but her brothers and their families, and Lisa, who's down from Bundy, my mum and sister, and all of my kids. So it'll be a big group, and that'll be a really nice night. Like, I'm really looking forward to that, just to catch up with everybody. Yeah, so there's a bit on over the next few days, so I just need to, I've kind of tried to conserve as much energy as I can for the next few days, and we'll see how we go. I've just come back from an appointment with Foot Guy. He was pretty happy with my foot in that it was not stuck. The other one was a bit stuck this week, so the left one was a bit stuck, so we had to give that a bit of a hoik. And he did some acupuncture in my calves, and I've been doing, like, what do you call them? Oh, when you stand on your toes, calf raises. Every time, like, I brush my teeth or I'm standing anywhere, I just do calf raises to try and keep that joint moving, and that seems like that's worked a bit this week. But we needed to have a very serious conversation because I had to tell Foot Guy it is not sustainable for me to be wearing my New Balance 880s with everything I own. It is just not going to work for me. So I'm like, surely there's a pair of white shoes somewhere that I can get that I can wear with my dresses. Because what happened on the weekend when we were at Pack Fair, I had to go back to wearing shorts. You might remember I got the little hook thing to do my shorts up, but and I wear shorts that are a size too big because then that makes it easier for me to get them off. But since my third finger's gone, I really can't get the button undone. So I was in the toilet at Pack Fair and Ebony was there, and I couldn't get the button undone. So I had to message Ebony while I was in the toilet and say, I can't get the button undone to go to the toilet. So shorts are not really sustainable. In the end, I did get it undone, but then when I come out, she had to do it up for me because I couldn't get it done up. So Foot Guy, we need to talk. We need to talk about some white shoes. So we found a pair. Well, Steph had actually sent me a pair that she found on that Every Human website. It's got like a zip all the way around it. It's got laces, but it's got this zip. I think they'll be okay. I'm not going to love it, but if my only option is to have them, then that's probably what I'm going to have to do. He had a look at them and he said, yep, I think they're going to be good. He's ordered me another pair of orthotics because I can't take the orthotics out of the pair that I've got now because my hands aren't strong enough. So I can't be swapping orthotics because that's not going to work for me. So he's ordered me another pair of orthotics. I'm going to order the shoes tonight. And hopefully we have a win so I can get back into my dresses. I did go to Kmart at some point this week. I can't really remember what day it was because Steph kind of said, you're just going to need to get some elastic waisted shorts with a drawstring. So I went to Kmart thinking this is just going to be a temporary option. I bought about 4 pairs of shorts. They're still a bit hard to get on because I can't really pull up either, but if they've got the drawstring, they're a little bit looser. So I've got a few pairs that I can put on for now, but I made it very clear that I've spent a shit ton of money on Mr. Zimmies, and I want to be wearing those Mr. Zimmies. So he understood my pain and, yeah, agreed to those shoes. So he said they should be okay. So hopefully we have that sorted next week. The orthotics take about a week to come in, and this website's usually pretty quick if they've got it in stock. So hopefully we can get back into the dresses next week. Because my foot really needs to be like the 80% shoes. I've been wearing them a lot and that really helps. But as soon as I'm out of that shoe, it's terrible. Like, it's really painful and it's stopping me from going places. Because, yeah, it's stopping me like walking around and stuff. So we need to sort that out. I also met with my support coordinator for the NDIS, like, I don't know where she fits in, but anyway, she's from the MND Association. She's really good. So we had a coffee on yesterday morning. We went to Substance yesterday. And this morning we went to Dark, just in case you were wondering, at Churn Park. And talked to her about Ebony just ever so subtly raised that perhaps we might need to look at getting a wheelchair. So I kind of have agreed to that, like just to get one. It'll probably be different when it's sitting here in my house, but I just kind of realised that if I'm going to be going to the shops, and I do like doing that, and that's kind of where Ebony and I hang out a fair bit, like just looking at shops and, you know, going to Mecca and going to Cuba, all the kind of places that we like, going to Mr. Zimmy, that I probably am going to need something to help me. My support coordinator, Sandy, suggested a wheelie walker, but not aesthetically pleasing in my world. I kind of feel like an old granny in a wheelie walker, and a wheelchair I would think might be better, even though none are great options. So, and as Ebony said, when you're in the wheelchair, you can wear whatever shoes you like. So, true. So she's going to bring some down for me to have a look at next week, and also a shower chair, just to make it probably a bit safer in the shower, and just a bit easier for me. So the equipment's starting to creep into my house. Yeah, which I guess it all kind of has to happen. I feel okay about it. The one thing that was a little bit confronting this week was the speech therapist had me booked in on Wednesday to do some sound banking. So they save my voice and phrases that I say, and that's for communication devices, like when I can't speak or if I can't speak. My voice is getting a fair bit more croaky, and if I do a lot of talking, it's a fair bit more croaky again. So that was a bit confronting. I don't know why that was more confronting than a wheelchair. I would never have thought that. But so she sent me an email and just said, can you write down up to 300 phrases or things that you say regularly, so we can save them. And I don't know, like she messaged me late in the afternoon, and she was coming the next morning at 9:30, and I was a bit like, well, number one, I don't have a printer here. Number two, I can't write because my hands don't work, and I've only operating off my phone, so I don't have a computer at home because I never ever needed one, because I've always, like, if I needed a computer, I would just use the work one. So I just, I kind of feel like that stuff is really personal too, and she's going to sit with me, and some things I say are probably, you know, I don't know if she'll be offended, but I don't know, like I say some things, like I swear every now and then, and some things she probably won't find as funny as what I think are funny, let's say it that way. Anyway, I talked to Bron about it and she's like, well, here you go, here's some. I'll have a latte, extra hot, extra shot, in a glass with a handle, in a cup with a handle. I'm off him. What else did we say? We were just she was sending heaps of things that were quite funny. So if you can think of any things that you hear me say regularly, there's lots of Teed-isms out there. I'm rich, I'm skinny is another one. Life is a delicate balance of the right medication. What did you buy? Yeah, all of those things. So that was quite funny, and it actually got me thinking about some of the things that I do say. So if you think of anything that I say that you think I should have on my voice bank, let me know. The speech you end up having to cancel Wednesday because some link or something hadn't come through in time for us to do it. So that gave us a bit of a week's reprieve. So that was good, because now I can have a bit more of a think about it and a bit more time to kind of do it. And I'm sure the kids will have things that they, you know, can think I say as well. So, yeah, so that, but that was, I don't know, I think because the thought of me having to talk through a device and say those things, it's not going to be quite as funny, is it? But it's also like, yeah, the realness of like, maybe I might lose my voice, which kind of sucks. And my breathing has been probably a fair bit worse over the last couple of weeks as well. I'm having to like take quite deep breaths. Well, try and take deep breaths. I really can't take deep breaths, so everything is quite shallow. And when I think about it, it's heaps worse. So I just have to take a big deep breath then. But yeah, and yeah, I think the other thing is I'm quite shaky. Like today I feel really shaky, like my whole body's shaking all the time, which kind of can be a little bit, like it doesn't really bother me most of the time, but it's getting to be a little bit like, because there's a bit more, I feel like my whole body's like shaking all the time. So that kind of sucks a bit, but I guess, as I said last week to the physio, it's progressing nicely, isn't it? This disease. That's probably what's supposed to happen. So, you know, we're ticking all the boxes there. Yeah, but anyway, is what it is, isn't it? You just got to live in the moment and not think too far ahead. And, yeah, hope that, you know, I don't know, like each day just trying to get quality of life and live. You know, if I'm tired because I've been out living, I don't really care. You know, the whole point is not to sit at home and shrivel up and die. It's to get out and do as much as I can without feeling too bad afterwards. You know, like on the weekend, I know I'm going to go hard, but on Monday, I know I'm going to stay at home. So that's kind of how I'm operating at the moment. My neck is probably worse as well. I really feel like a collar would be handy. I never thought I'd say that a few weeks ago. But I'm constantly having to hold my head up, and then my wrists get sore because they're also going. It's all falling to pieces. Everything's falling to pieces. But anyway, yeah, we'll do this for as long as we can, and if I have to get the collar, we have to get the collar. See what happens. I worked out with the shorts. I've got like a bit of a strategy with the shorts. If I buy shorts with pockets in them, I can put my hands in the pockets and pull them down like that. So that was a little tip that I kind of picked up on the other day. So I have to have shorts with pockets in them. But let's hope not for too much longer. Hoping I can get back in my dresses. I don't mind wearing shorts if I can get them on and off. I just want to wear some decent shoes. The Nike 880s aren't really my vibe, and I've never worn those types of shoes with anything other than activewear. They're for the gym, or for if you're going for a walk, or if you're going for a run, any of those things, but never with my casual clothes. I would always wear my Birks or, you know, that kind of, I've never even really been the white sneaker person, but I'm having to, like, Foot Guy calls my white sneakers that I have at the moment my sitting down shoes. How pathetic is that? My sitting down shoes are a pair of white sneakers. Not even, you know, should be heels this high. No, mine are white sneakers. So go me. Anyway, I might leave it at that. I've got Ebony coming over tonight, bringing me some dal to have for dinner. She's stocking me up for the next few days with some food, so that'll be nice. And then we've got Lisa and her partner Luke coming down as well, so it'll be probably a bit of a late night. I'll no doubt go to bed and wake up at about 10 o'clock or something when they get here, because I'm not going to last till 10 o'clock. There'll be no way. I'm normally in bed at 7:30. So anyway, I hope you all have a good week. Don't forget to drop some Teed-isms down below if you think it belongs on my voice bank. Busy couple of days for me ahead, but it should be a good couple of days with family and friends and stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. So I will see you next week. Cheers.